Good evening. Please remain standing as I call up Miss Samantha Almack to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Graduates, please turn around and face the flagpole. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Please remain standing as I call up Miss Melina Wenzel to lead us in the national anthem.
Flag again.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
Please be seated. Well, graduates, we finally made it. June 28th, 2017. Good evening. Welcome, Keyport Board of Education members, Union Beach Board of Education members, our superintendent, the Keyport Public Schools, Dr. Lisa Savoya. Welcome to the Keyport Public Schools administration, staff, parents, guardians, families, community members, and most importantly, the class of 2018. I didn't think I would break awkward rules, but I'm sorry to do this to you, but happy birthday, Cameron Lighthorn. Not many people get to graduate on their birthday. There are so many people I want to acknowledge for their efforts in making tonight possible and for a wonderful school year. Those of you that followed the weather as closely as we did, nobody expected to be out here this evening. At about 6:30 this morning, I thought we were definitely inside. But we have an amazing crew that's under the supervision of Mr. Dylan Borders, and they like to stay out of the picture, but I'll give you a hint. If you spin around, they're behind the white picket fence in front of the board building. Ladies and gentlemen of our maintenance and custodial staff, if it wasn't for you guys, this would not be possible this evening. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Graduates, we must acknowledge, and she does not like being in the spotlight, but Miss Braithwaite. Where are you, Miss Braithwaite? Please stand up. Miss B, if it wasn't for your dedication and resilience to getting all of us ready for tonight, as we all know, it took a lot, and we would be lost without her. The class of 2018 advisor, Mr. Kyle Keelan, for dedicating himself to this class at the last minute and providing a memorable prom and senior class trip. The teachers, staff, secretaries at Keyport High School, who I know are the best in this country. Thank you. Mrs. Decker, please stand up. Mrs. Decker has dedicated over 28 years of her life to this profession at Keyport High School. Mrs. Decker is retiring from the profession to spend time to travel and relax with her family. It's truly hard to think of our art room without Mrs. Decker in it. But best of luck, and I know you'll come back and visit us. Enjoy. Our Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Suzanne McCulley, who will be presenting diplomas this evening. Please stand up. Mrs. McCulley has dedicated herself over 20 years to this profession here at Keyport High School. Thank you so much for everything you've done, Ms. McCulley. Also, Koch's Florists, they came out at the last minute today. They probably thought we were crazy for trying to do this outside. We had major rain interruptions, but we got through and they set up a beautiful display this evening. Our Assistant Principal and Athletic Director, Mr. Kevin Flynn, for doing a terrific job in both of those roles this year, with the assistance from Miss Liz Marr. Thank you so much. Our Guidance Department, under the direction of Mr. Joe Palumbo, who's in his first year here as the Guidance Director, has done a wonderful job staying on top of our children to make sure they continue their education, whether it's in college, entering the workforce, or joining the military. Thank you to our Guidance Department. A very special thank you to Mrs. Kellyanne Applegate and Mrs. Cheryl Questori for working diligently behind the scenes and getting everything ready for tonight. And last but certainly not least, they are definitely behind the scenes, our technology department, who was hiding out tonight. But those guys spent about 3 days in the gym setting up cameras. And when I told them that we were changing to outdoors, it didn't go over too well. But they got it done, and we are live streaming this evening. We're on Cablevision Channel 15, FiOS Channel 35, and on YouTube through our district website. So again, those guys behind the scenes, thank you so much. At this time, I would like to call up our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Lisa Savoya.
Before I begin, I would like everyone to give a round of applause to Mr. Michael Waters. He really takes no recognition, and if there's somebody that I've worked with collaborating as a principal, this man is dedicated to each one of your children, and I don't think he gives himself enough credit. I can do this without my glasses. On behalf of the Board of Education, I welcome family, friends, staff members, guests, and graduates to the class of 2018 graduation ceremony here at Keyport High School. It's not a surprise to hear me say, your education is yours and is something that can never be taken from you. No matter what challenges life brings to you, your education is yours forever. I thought about that very statement as the parent of a graduating senior myself. I am so proud of the beautiful and smart young woman she has become, and I'm experiencing the same feeling of being proud as I look at you, the class of 2018. I'd like to take a moment to share some things that you may not know about the class of 2018. Did you know the class of 2018 amassed approximately $1.1 million in scholarship money from 2- and 4-year institutions? Did you know the class of 2018 accumulated 153 4-year college acceptances? Did you know that 11 members of the class of 2018 will be attending college for less than $5,000, and 4 of these students are completely free? Did you know that 8 members of the class of 2018 have been officially recognized by the state of New Jersey and the Department of Education for their outstanding achievement in biliteracy? Lastly, did you know the members of the class of 2018 are not only attending college in New Jersey, but they will also be attending school or training in New York, Maryland, Delaware, and South Carolina? The faces before me at this commencement invoke memories and moments I will not forget. To quote Chicken Little, the sky is falling. But for us, it was the roof, and today the rain. Of course, we adapted, because that's what we do here in Keyport. We have all been through a lot together in these 4 years, but now it's time for you to turn the page and begin a new chapter. We are currently facing a time of uncertainty. Violence has passed into schools and around our country. We as a community are being forced to to take a hard look at what we once considered to be impossible. Keyport High School, under the guidance direction of Ms. Wallen, responded to the recent onslaught of school violence facing our nation. Yes, we are all very angry, but we didn't give up in the destructive spirit of anger. We didn't respond with more violence. We put human faces to the statistics with donated shoes, such as with a personal story about the victims and school violence that they suffered. I encourage all of you to empower yourselves with peaceful yet impactful actions that will resonate with the world. Keyport is a community built on pride and resilience. We are the best kept secret here at the Jersey Shore. Most families live on the block or within the near vicinity. We have the best diner here in Keyport, New Jersey. Your experience at KHS as a Red Raider has prepared you to venture off to the college, military, vocational school, wherever your future takes you. The Keyport community is a soft place for you to land when things get rough for you. Even though Keyport High School is now an image in your rearview mirror, know that this is still your home and our doors are always open. Class of 2018, I urge you to take chances, stand for something, be a good friend, and give something back. You have made all of us proud, and by following this advice, will continue to do so. In closing, I leave you with a quote from none other than the great author Dr. Seuss. He once said, "You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know that you know what you know. You are the guide who will decide where to go." Congratulations, Red Raiders.
Thank you, Dr. Savoya. At this time, I'd like to call up the class president of the class of 2018, Ms. Samantha Aumack.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, administrators, and most importantly, my fellow classmates. I welcome you here tonight to honor and celebrate our achievements as the class of 2018. From here tonight, we start a new journey, a new beginning, and I couldn't be more proud to graduate with the class of 2018. The future is no longer a distant reality. The future is here, and it begins today, transformed from the small freshmen we once were to the young adults we have become. This evening, we look back on a journey, one that started with hesitant, tentative steps, and we can now see just how far we've progressed. When we began, high school seemed foreign to us, a place that didn't seem to fit. Through the last 4 years, this school has become a place of comfort and another home. 2 towns have been turned into one family, a family who would do just about anything for one another. I couldn't be more proud to call each of you my classmates, and I'm so glad we were able to grow together. I speak on behalf of my classmates when I say that each of us is ready to take on our next stage of life in full force, knowing there's a group behind us that supports us in all of our endeavors. This would not have been possible without our outstanding teachers, who have taught us not only how to solve math problems and how to write an essay, but how to be a person of integrity and be proud of ourselves. And I'm thankful to have each of you in my life. This also could not have been possible without our families, who support us each and every day. Each of our family members deserves all the love in the world for everything they do for us. Between all the lunches packed, the sports games attended, getting us to school on time every day, well, most of the time, listening to all of our complaints, always giving us untiring support, and so much more, our families made it possible for us to receive these diplomas tonight. I am grateful enough to have 2 of the best parents in the entire world, and I'm incredibly grateful to have 2 role models that I can look up to. You both do so much for me, and it doesn't go unnoticed, so just know this couldn't have been possible without you, and I couldn't be more appreciative. The journey we're on is not ending, simply because we do not stop growing once we receive our diplomas. This graduation only proves that we are capable of accomplishing our goals when we truly commit ourselves. As we all continue our lives, let us take each new challenge with confidence and grace, and continue to always seek to be the better version of ourselves. Let us believe in ourselves so that we may reach our goals and fulfill our dreams. And most importantly, let us take everything we've learned here and use it to be everything we want in life and so much more. Congratulations to the class of 2018. I can't wait to see what the future holds. God bless you all, and thank you.
Thank you, Samantha. At this time, I would like to call up our keynote speaker of the evening. That would be our Chief of Police in Keyport, Mark Hafner. Mark is a graduate of Keyport High School in 1987 and joined the police force in 1988. He will be addressing us this evening.
Good evening. As he said, I'm Chief Hafner of the Keyport Police Department. I would first like to thank the members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Dr. Savoya, and Principal Waters for giving me the opportunity to speak to this graduation class of 2018. I am truly honored to be here with you this evening, sharing the intensity of emotions filling this space as you who are graduating close this chapter of your life story. Making it even more special for me is that Keyport High School is my alma mater. It's hard to believe that it's been over 30 years that's passed since I've been a student here. I stand here tonight on behalf of the men and women of the Keyport Police Department, members of which you have seen in your hallways, at your events, listened to within your classrooms, and developed a relationship with over the course of your educational careers. Parents, you are probably wondering where all the years have gone. As you marvel at your sons and daughters' accomplishments, it doesn't seem that long ago when these young adults we honor today were toddling off to start kindergarten. Of course, living through those years between kindergarten and graduation may have seemed like an eternity for the students and some of the parents as well. Class of 2018, along with your parents, teachers, administration, we have worked hard to teach you how to advocate for yourselves, how to make good decisions, how to put in the work necessary, and to know that someone is always there to support you. Graduates, it appears that you have internalized our lessons because here you are, having fulfilled all your requirements and are ready to graduate. Give yourselves a hand, please. The path to graduation was most likely not smooth. The past few years probably have had their struggles, whether it was with endless revisions, frustrating times when you did not understand class papers, homework, disagreement with your peers or your parents. You may have viewed these things in a negative light. I view each of these experiences as learning opportunities which will only help each of you create an amazing future for yourselves by having prepared you for some of life's challenges that you may face. As Winston Churchill said, success is not final, failure is not fatal,